shouldn't be too difficult. You'll be traveling around the prison, collecting and distributing various mail and interdepartmental files, okay?
Pick up whatever information I can on any threat to Duke's life.
That's it in a nutshell.
I'm hoping there won't be too much to report back.
I agree. But this will give Ellerby a chance to tap into the grapevine around here.
You know, I'm not the only one who'll be needing protection. After yesterday, Angus will be as much a target as I am.
Yeah, that goes without saying. But, Ellerby, I want you to report back to me with any kind of information you're able to find out.
Yes, sir. And I hope you'll remember this when it comes time for my parole board hearing.
It will be duly noted in your file.
Well, now you're talking. When should I start?
Right away. I'll take you to security and we'll make all the necessary arrangements.
I appreciate all you're doing, Ellerby.
Forget it, Lavery. I'm doing it for Angus.
I don't like anyone putting themselves in a position where they can get hurt.
Oh, Ellerby can take care of himself.
Yeah, he's putting his life on the line for us.
Oh, you heard the man. We've been friends for a long time. I'm sure he knows I'd do the same for him.
You know, it's strange. I thought I'd broken all ties with the mob. And now I find myself relying on them just to stay alive.
Well, that's what's important, Duke, staying alive. Now, you might be through with the mob, but there's one tie I won't let you sever, and that's with me. I'm your father, and you can't expect me to sit by and watch something happen to my son.
Where did those come from? I thought we were done for the day.
No, these are not for you. They're for Ellerby to distribute.
Okay, I'll make sure he gets them next time he stops by the office.
All right, so I better get back to work.
Angus?
Yeah.
I didn't really get the chance to thank you.
For what?
Well, for saving my life.
It's what any father would have done for his son.
Yeah, but not every father would put himself between his son and the mob. You know, you're in real danger now.
No worse than you.
Well, I can handle everything I deserve.
Do you know how I feel forever getting you into this mess?
Oh, come on, man. We all make our choices in this life.
Well, I've made mine. I'm going to give you all the protection I can.
You know, I think the worst is behind us. I feel like we're safe here in the warden's office.
Huh? Always keep your back to the wall, Duke. When you're up against the mob, the only safe man is a dead man.
Thanks.
The warden wants me to pick up the medical files of all prisoners who had treatment here the last 2 weeks.
What does the warden want with the infirmary medical records?
I guess he wants to update his records.
Well, he's never asked for any of our records before this.
How would you know?
Well, I know it's not part of our regular procedure.
Yeah, well, don't lose any sleep over it. He's the man around here, and it makes sense to do what he asks. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm going to need some time to put all this
Well, I'll
together.
send somebody down here to help you.
That won't be necessary. I'll do it when things slow down this afternoon.
All right, whatever you say, Chief. I'll be back later to see what you got.
That doesn't give us much time.
I know. I'm never going to be able to get everything done by this afternoon.
Forget the damn files. The package I'm talking about is going to put an end to Lavery's filing days for good.
Listen, we can't make that too suspicious. They're going to really be on their guard after yesterday's hit attempt.
You're right. And this time we got to make sure we get Lavery and Mackay, or our necks will be on the line.
Yeah. We better get busy. Your special package, huh?
This is one envelope that Lavery's going to remember for the rest of his life.
Understand, sir.
Hello.
Well, what are you doing here?
Well, it's a lovely way to greet your family,
We
Edward.
came home for lunch.
Yes, and we brought a guest with us.
Father, this is Sister Mary Camellia. This is my father, Edward Quartermain.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
I should make something clear before we go any further with this charade. My corporation makes sizable contributions to a wide variety of charities. Unfortunately, none of them, but none of them, are denominational, on principle. I'm sure you understand.
Of course I understand.
Edward, Sister Mary Camellia did not come here asking for money.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just assumed.
No, that's all right. But if you ever change that corporate policy of yours, I hope you'll consider the clinic I'm planning to open in Canada a worthy cause.
You'll be the first to know.
Sister is in Port Charles to study our clinic.
Yes, and besides being a novice in training, she's also a registered nurse.
I know that you're chairman of your hospital board, Mr. Quartermain. I was hoping that you could possibly share some of your fundraising secrets with me.
Well, I've never been very good at begging for money. My only advice is borrow at low interest rates and never use your own money.
Sound advice, I'm sure.
Monica and I had a great idea on the way home.
Sounds expensive.
No, Edward, no, it isn't. Now, Sister Mary Camellia needs some equipment for her new clinic. I happen to know that General Hospital has a lot of unused equipment that we replace with new models. Now, Edward, couldn't you convince the board to give that equipment to Sister Mary Camellia?
Especially that it'll do so much good.
Maybe we could get a nice tax write-off from the deal.
Then you'll speak to the board.
I'll take it under consideration. Of course, we will still have to check on your credentials.
Edward.
That's all right, I understand.
Of course you do, my dear. You know, all of you nuns look alike. I wouldn't know you from Mother Teresa in a crowd of 3.
Father, you're pushing your luck.
Look, why don't you go on into the living room and I will check on lunch and you can talk to your father about stock dividends or something.
May I show you into the living room?
Thank you.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm not ashamed to be the only person in this house who uses a grain of sense. How do you expect me to turn over hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment to a nun I don't know from Adam?
She comes to us with excellent references.
So did Grant Putnam.
You know what? Monica's right. You're impossible.
Alan, Monica, come quick.
What? Get your bag.
I don't know what happened. I just walked in and
That's all right. Be all right.
there she was on the floor.
What happened?
Is she dead?
No, but she has a slight arrhythmia in her heartbeat.
Her pulse is very weak. I'm going to call an ambulance.
Yes, we have to get her to the hospital.
How does it look?
Well, her heart rate is still arrhythmic, but it's getting stronger. I wish I had former EKGs on her to make a comparison.
There must be somebody we can contact. What about the Mother Superior at her convent? She must have access to some sort of medical history.
Huh? Hello?
Sister, can you hear me? You want a pencil and paper? Okay.
Hey.
Problem.
Much better. It's your general hospital. Can you...
She's written, I can't speak. I'm gonna go get Tony.
Yeah, okay. You're gonna be just fine.
Told you,
It's only going to take
some kind of review.
How is she? Is she conscious?
Yes, but she's written this note saying I can't speak.
Okay, you want me to go in there?
Listen, I hate to interrupt, fellas, but Buzz, I really need the handwriting sample.
Can't this wait,
Simple
Frisco?
thing.
Frisco, this young woman could be in serious trouble. I'm not leaving here till I find out what's going on. You want a sample of my handwriting? Take it. Dr. O'Connor can show you to my office.
Come on. Take you to the office.
Sorry about that, gentlemen.
Ellen, has she spoken since she fainted at your house?
Not that I know of. We tried to get some of her past medical history, but when we mentioned calling the convent to get it, she was absolutely terrified. It was at that particular time that she seemed to be unable to speak.
Tony, why don't you have a look at her? There could be some neurological damage causing the loss of speech.
Okay, I'll run some tests.
I just have this strange feeling that Sister Mary Camellia is hiding something.
She's a young, lovely novitiate. What secrets could she possibly be hiding?
I know you had an appointment with the warden, but it'll just have to be rescheduled.
Why should I believe you?
Because you had no choice. The warden was called to the yard on an emergency. Now, I will tell him to send word to you when he can see you.
What was all that about?
No, a prisoner was upset because the warden had to break his appointment.
You shouldn't be out here alone, you know.
Oh, I'm okay. The prisoner had a guard with him. Thank you for your concern.
Ellaby's still on around?
Yeah, he should be back with the infirmary information by this time. I don't know what's happened to him. I'm gonna make a call. Wasting some time someplace.
Hello, infirmary.
This is Duke Lavery from the warden's office.
What do you want?
I'm looking for Ellerby. He was supposed to come by there and pick up some information. I need the information to complete some of the warden's files.
So?
Well, has he come by there yet?
Yeah, he came by earlier, and I wasn't ready for him. He said he'd come back later.
Are you ready now?
Yes, sir, Mr. Lavery. I wouldn't want to keep the warden waiting.
Well, thank you for your cooperation.
You got the stuff for the warden ready?
Yeah, your boss, Duke Lavery, just called to hawk me about it.
He's not my boss. Now just give me the paperwork, okay?
Well, it must be around here somewhere. Oh, I forgot. I put it away for safekeeping.
What are you smiling about?
Just happy to see you, pal.
You better hurry on up to the warden's office, or he might take away a few of your brownie points.
Put a lid on it.
It won't be long now.
The minute Mackay opens that envelope, the whole office will blow up.
Well, you're good.
I'm gonna get some coffee. Do you want some?
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to stay here in case Ellerby gets back. I can begin organizing some of this information before we take it back to the file room.
I am taking all my work away from me, man. Not that I don't appreciate it.
Well, I wouldn't worry about that, because there's more than enough here to keep us both busy for the next 20 years.
Bite your tongue.
Is Tony still at my sister?
Yeah, shouldn't be too much longer.
I hope you'll be able to get something out of her.
You know, we're only trying to help you.
There's no need for such a big fuss.
You're a registered nurse. You know that it isn't normal to faint, to have a specific heart arrhythmia, to have a temporary loss of voice, so why don't you help me out?
I don't know what you expect me to tell you. There's nothing wrong with me.
Why'd you faint?
I've been very busy lately. I probably haven't been eating properly or getting enough sleep.
And that's a nice try, but why don't you tell me what's really going on here?
I wish I could.
Okay. I'll get the results from the neurological tests in a couple of days, and if there's anything, I'm going to call you.
Tony,
Yeah?
I want to explain to you why I panicked when the Quartermains asked me about my convent and Mother Superior.
Are you sure you want to tell me this?
I feel I can trust you. I haven't been totally honest. Before I went into the convent, I spent a year in a sanitarium. The doctors there recommended that I spend time in a quiet, peaceful place. That's how I found the convent. Eventually, I decided to become a nun. I still have several years to go before I take my final vows.
So why are you telling me this?
You can't let them call my Mother Superior. It could ruin my chances of becoming a nun. That's all I have left in life.
I still don't understand this.
Part of my coming to Port Charles was to convince the other nuns that I'm feeling stronger and that I can take on additional responsibilities.
Okay. I understand that.
Can I trust you?
Yes, you can.
Well, looks like things are going pretty well in here.
I'm feeling much better.
That's wonderful.
You look 100% better.
She is 100% better. In fact, I'm going to release her from the hospital this afternoon, providing she agrees to come to my house for dinner, because I think a home-cooked meal is exactly what the doctor ordered.
I accept.
Excuse me, Tony, don't you think you're rushing things a little bit?
I don't think so.
Tony, why don't you wait until at least tomorrow morning?
I don't see any reason not to release her from the hospital. We couldn't find anything wrong with her. She fainted. Besides, I think that it would do her good to meet my daughter. You know, she's the only person in Port Charles that hasn't met Barbara Jean, and it'd help her.
I can't wait to meet her.
Some people will do almost anything in this whole world to show off their firstborn, won't they?
The coffee place over. I guess we'll wait down.
Mr. Mackay, need your help. I'd like you to come over to my assistant superintendent's office. He's having some trouble with his budgetary figures. Can't seem to get anything to balance.
And you'd like me to take a look at them?
Yeah, I understand your strong suit is balancing books.
I've dabbled a wee bit.
I'll get him back to you as soon as I can.
No, there's no rush. Well, it's about time.
Yeah, some jerk in the infirmary was giving me the runaround. Where do you want this stuff?
Give it to me. I'll put them on my desk. I want to try and get this organized before Angus gets back.
It's awful nice of you to help Angus out.
I don't know how much you know about my relationship with Angus. But we kind of look out for each other. I'd like you to help me make sure nothing happens to him while he's in here.
I'll do whatever I can. Angus and I have known each other for a long time.
Thank you.
Thank you for your help, gentlemen. Saved me a great deal of time.
Well, let's see you've started.
Yeah, there seemed no reason to wait. So much of this to get through. Well, this is strange.
I'll be very careful.
How did this envelope get in with the rest of the file information?
It's a letter bomb.
Take it easy. It's got to be opened before it explodes. But anything can set off the detonator.
Who gave this to you?
It must have been the orderly in the infirmary. Let me get the warden.
No, don't get the warden. I'm going to take care of this.
Let him get away with this. We could all been killed.
I intend to take care of it, but I will do it in my own way. And I'm certainly not going to allow this to be used in a parole hearing against me.
Duke is right.
I want to send it back to them.
But that's crazy.
Why is it crazy? I have to teach them a lesson. They're not going to mess with me.
Lavery, go down to the front desk for me. They've got a package there.
Yeah, right away, sir. I wonder if I couldn't have permission to go down to the infirmary.
Sure. You're not feeling well?
No, I'm fine, sir, but we have an envelope that has to get back to them. I took it by mistake.
If you don't mind, sir, with your permission, I would like to go to the infirmary. I'll take the package. I have some unfinished business to take care of down there.
All right, I suppose I better arrange a guard for you.
All right.
Well, thank you,
I'll
sir.
go get your package,
I
sir.
appreciate that.
I'll arrange the guard.
Duke, I don't like you putting your life in jeopardy.
I'll be fine as long as the guard is there. Besides, this has got to stop.
What are you doing?
Just a little greeting for our friends. You be careful with that.
I certainly will. Treat it like a wee baby. Careful. Slow. Slow. Slow.
That's it. Give it to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going down. Should have been an explosion by now.
Gentlemen, I believe this belongs to you. It seems to have got mixed up with the other files by mistake. Now I suggest you're more careful the next time.
I don't believe this.
What's it say?
Try it again at your own risk.
So, did you get the grand tour?
Yes, and you have a lovely home.
Aw, thanks. We've had fun getting settled in.
And it looks like you made yourself a friend.
She took an immediate liking to Sister.
Well, trust me, that doesn't happen very often.
I love children. And you have a beautiful baby.
Well, thanks. We think so, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, before I went into the convent, I used to dream of having children of my own someday.
You know, I think you'd make a great mom.
Oh, I'd like to think so.
Well, what made you change your mind? I mean, how come you didn't have a family and get married?
Well, once I realized the importance of my vocation, I think the need to have a family was less important than my devotion to God.
Did you ever regret that?
Sometimes. If I wasn't preparing for the sisterhood, I think I would have a house full of children.
You sound just like me.
Did you come from a big family?
I was an only child. I always wanted brothers and sisters to play with. I suppose we don't always get what we want in life.
No.
I know I wouldn't want a child of mine to go through what I had to endure as a child.
Well, I know what you're talking about.
You couldn't possibly.
Well, maybe not, but I have a brother who gave me lots of headaches and heartaches, but, you know, he also gave me lots of joy and love, and I wouldn't trade that for the world. Mm-hmm.
Would you like some more coffee, sister? No, thank you.
That was a delicious dinner.
Yes, it was wonderful. I really enjoyed myself. I very rarely have a chance to relax in a family environment.
Well, you can join us anytime.
Only if you let me help with the dishes.
Absolutely not. You are our guest here.
I thought you were going to let me become a surrogate member of this
Well,
family.
we are, but I'm your doctor, and I insist you follow orders. You have to sit still and relax.
He's
okay?
right. You just got out of the hospital.
I'm feeling fine.
Well, I want you to stay that way.
I suppose there's no use in arguing the point.
No.
I can't wait for you to meet Tony's brother, Frisco, and his wife, Felicia. I just know you're going to like them.
I look forward to meeting them.
You know, I should call Frisco. Maybe they could come by tonight.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, I'll see if I can catch them.
Okay.
You're a very lucky woman, Tanya.
Oh, I'd agree with you if I wasn't up to my elbows in diapers right now.
Tony's a wonderful man. So kind and considerate.
Oh, don't think I don't know that.
Well, there are plenty of women who would love to trade places with you. A lovely baby, a wonderful home, a caring husband. You've got it all.
You know, I want to ask you something, and I don't want to sound like I'm prying into your private life. But it just seems to me that you value family life and everything that goes with it so much. And I guess I don't understand why you chose to be a nun.
It sort of chose me. That's how it is with a vocation. At the time, I needed a safe place to hide.
But is that any way to choose a life's work?
Oh, the sisterhood is not a life's work. It's a way of life.
How did your family react to it when you decided?
My father thought it was the right thing to do.
Did your father know why you were running away?
Yes. My father was a very protective man. You'd have to know him to understand.
Well, I hope I get the chance to meet him someday.
Well, I don't think that's possible.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did he pass away?
No. No, but, he'll be gone away for a long time.
Oh. Well, that's too bad.
That's all right. At least he left me with some very important lessons about life. He always said that the outside world could be a very threatening and evil place.
Well, that's strange advice to give a young child.
Perhaps. Unfortunately, I found it to be true.
You're gonna put in a very long day. I'll call a guard and take you back to your cell.
Thanks. You all right, son?
Yeah, I feel fine.
I'm sure that bomb was meant for both of us.
I hate having put your life in danger like this.
I set myself up for this long before you were born.
I can't help feeling that there's more to all of this.
What are you seeing?
Do you think they know about Lorleo?
Are you suggesting they know you're my son? And they suspect you of being involved in the murder at Lorleon?
I don't know. I intend to find out before more innocent people get killed.
Well, sweetheart, just in time. I finished the last dish.
I didn't do it on purpose. I was trying to get in touch with Frisco and Felicia.
Did you reach them?
I got Frisco. He's at the station.
And will he be able to come over?
Nope, he's busy.
Oh, what about Felicia?
She's at Duke's Club.
Whew, that's really turning into a all-night, all-day job, isn't it, running a nightclub?
Tanya, is there a library around here somewhere?
Yeah, but I think it's closed by now.
Of course. But I was thinking of stopping by sometime tomorrow.
Oh, well, listen, the university has the best library in town. I was going to go check out the child development section. It's the best in the state. So you want to go with me?
That would be wonderful.
Okay.
Do you think we could go by sometime tomorrow?
Sure, I don't see why not. I tell you what, I'll pick you up at the Quartermain.
Why are you in such a hurry to go to the library?
Well, I find it's usually the best way to find out about a town, is to read about its history.